listen to your heart. Mirror, mirror, the reflection of the love. It's alright, we got food. We got calm, salute, yeah, it's real. Put a concept on that feeling.
Good morning everybody, what is up? I'm just gonna head to Tesco and get some food. I've got no food in my flat and I need coffee. Any excuse to go and get a coffee. Am I right? Let's go. I need a mask. Mask! I hope you guys kind of enjoy seeing me live my normal everyday life. I feel like a lot of the time people who are on YouTube and like do trading stuff on YouTube, they just seem like robots. Like, it's nice that you guys get to see that I'm like a real human being that like eats food and sleeps and does human things like drive. I also have absolutely no reason to be going out to Tesco right now. All I really want is just a coffee.
Venom in the fire. Enemies close and
don't know if you guys can see, I'm repping the older stunty gilet from when I did work on, what film was it? Doctor Strange 2. That isn't even out yet, but I'm hoping that by giving us the gilet, it means that we can talk about it. So, super excited to see that when that comes out. Gotta get the kitty cat life together, because this is no longer Jessica's trading journal without the kitty cat headset. Am I right? Actually, if you want to be twinning with me, then feel free to get your own kitty cat headset. I think I put the links down below. I think. I'll do it for this time if I haven't. 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, what is up and welcome back to my trading journal. Back in bed after doing a lot of stunt work, hence why I haven't been doing too many YouTube videos after coming back from Germany, and that's because I've been solidly booked. Does that mean that I've still been trading every single day? Yes, absolutely, or where I can. But now it is December and I'm officially wrapped for the rest of the year, which is great. Where's my coffee? So I'm officially wrapped for the rest of the year, which means that I can spend a lot more time doing my physical training. So that includes horse riding, taekwondo, gymnastics. I'm like so close to getting my back tuck. So hopefully I'll be getting that before New Year's. That is my deadline, my personal deadline that I've set for myself. If anybody's out there and they are finding maybe, you know, learning how to trade challenging with all the things they've got going on in their life, please know that I am still crazy super busy and I still manage to fit trading into my life, not because I'm super special or awesome, but because scheduling is really important. And if you know that, you know, you need this money and that you're going to be successful from trading, then you will prioritize it, you know? Schedule your success. And I've kind of got a few really exciting things in the pipeline for myself at the moment. I'm working on a few things, classic me, but just as a general update for you guys. You guys know that I love to do the update. So I'm currently in the process of writing a book. I'm scared. This has been in the pipeline for a really long time. I actually had a publishing company reach out to me. They proposed me writing a book, and that opportunity kind of fell through. But now I've decided to go and create the book off of my own back and kind of distribute it to you guys, the people who actually ask me questions and want more of an insight to me and my life as a trader. I'm currently writing a book for you at the moment, so that is really exciting. And at the same time, I'm going to be creating my first NFT. I'm scared! I think it's exciting because I'll probably document the whole process as well, because I've absolutely no idea what I'm doing. But hopefully by you guys seeing me doing the whole process, that will also be a kind of like tutorial as to how you can also do that too. So in the same way when I did the merch, oh, check out the merch! How I, you know, did the merch diaries for you guys, I'll do a very similar like kind of NFT diaries so you guys can witness the whole process of me creating the NFTs and how that whole system works, so that you guys can maybe do your own too. But this is why I thought I would do this video today, because whilst I'm very comfortable and confident talking about NFTs and crypto and all this sort of stuff with you guys, I feel like I'm just kind of assuming that you lot know what we're talking about, and actually there are still a lot of you newbies who are finding me on this page, on this channel, and kind of joining and jumping into our world. So I've had a lot of questions recently about like, actually, what the heck is cryptocurrency? Why is it even out there? Why is it a thing? People are only really discovering that this thing is existing like now. Kind of crazy. So I thought I would
would do a bit more of an educational video today to help a lot of you newbies who still trying to figure out what cryptocurrency is and if it's something that you should be getting involved with or not. I would love at some point in the future to be able to do talks, and live seminars and keynote speeches and things like that, talking about cryptocurrency and, teaching people who are, like me, like us, who are, creative, freelancers, have passions and goals. It doesn't matter what age you are. You can be like a newbie fresh out of college, or you could be a more mature citizen of planet Earth who still has, unrealized dreams that you want to aspire to. And the only thing getting in the way is capital. And you can absolutely use cryptocurrency to help facilitate you accessing that capital. So let's get into it. So I've kind of tried to organize my thoughts in terms of all the different areas because I could talk about cryptocurrency forever. So we're going to be talking mostly about technology, what is the point of having cryptocurrency in the first place, and then why I freaking love it. Let's go. So cryptocurrency, first and foremost, is an asset, and the technology behind it is called blockchain. So the blockchain, a great way to think about it or to visualize it even, is as digital blocks, okay? And these blocks hold data and information. So we know that money kind of originated way back in yesteryear during the agricultural revolution. For anyone who's read Sapiens, that one's for you, where people began to barter when it came to like produce and land. So swapping one thing for the other. And then to make things more efficient, we then had the exchange of pebbles, shells, coins made from gold or like shiny metals that were found during that time. That then evolved into becoming what's now known as fiat currency. And there's a whole really, really messy history about fiat currency and how things used to be tied to the standard of gold. I did a whole audiobook on this, like for somebody else. So if there are 2 audiobooks on cryptocurrency that use my voice. So if you're ever confused, I'll try and find the links to those because that'll be funny for you to hear my voice, but it's all really deeply explained in there basically. So fiat currency used to be directly linked to the price or the standard or the worth of gold, but then as money then became more inflated, this is post-war, we now have our contemporary fiat currency, which is pretty much backed on IOU. So if we think about like notes and coins that we have today, they hold no intrinsic value. It's literally just made of paper, cotton and other indestructible materials that also prove its validity as like the GBP, for example. So even though, a £10 note isn't actually worth £10 in its physicality, it represents a value, which the other person then kind of respects. But none of that means anything without the middleman of the banks to kind of uphold and maintain that promise of the value of that currency, if that kind of makes sense. So with that in mind, where money it literally has no value unless you have the middleman of the banks or governments or institutions, this is why we have the blockchain. Blockchain technology has a distributed ledger, which is basically like a public database where we can transfer assets peer-to-peer direct to a person without the need of a middleman or a third party. And this less involvement for the banks is actually like a really, really big deal. It's the reason why it's so amazing and how it's also like literally making the banks and governments cry because we're just like decentralizing everything. It essentially means that these institutions have less control over the people, you and me. But as well as a blockchain providing kind of monetary value, it also allows us to transfer documents, details, data, contracts. I'm sure you guys have heard of smart contracts before. All of that is happening via the blockchain because everything is encrypted and there's a much higher rate of security. I mean, I know that in healthcare, they are already using the blockchain for record keeping. That's how safe this system is. So within this whole new ecosystem that we're talking about of crypto, we have what is known as coins and tokens. And the difference here is really important. Coins are a native currency that uses a blockchain. They have their own blockchain, whereas tokens actively use a blockchain but provide their own value or kind of use case depending on what platform it's being used on. There's also stable coins, which are directly tied to a commodity or a fiat currency, for example, like USDT, which is Tether. I tend to use that quite a bit these days. When it comes to coins, Bitcoin is obviously the most famous one, and the reason why is because it was the first one that was ever created. I think it was made in like 2009, post the 2008 financial crash by Satoshi Nakamoto, whoever they are, whether that's a single person or a group of people, we don't know. However, the technology has undoubtedly changed everything for humanity going forward. It is also the first thing that is finitely scarce. There is a finite limit as to how much can be produced or mind. Even gold, we're still digging up gold in different parts of the world. So even we can't say that that is a finite resource. Every time they find more gold, the value of gold drops because there's more in the system. There's also so much fear mongering when it comes to Bitcoin. Everyone's trying to jump on the bandwagon, but is also very fearful about jumping on the bandwagon. And I'm like, guys, absolutely just chill, okay? We have not seen integrated rollout of Bitcoin across like e-commerce, so we've got plenty of time. You're still early, trust me. Maybe I should do a whole video on Bitcoin and what I'm actually waiting for. So that's a very quick breakdown of cryptocurrency and the technology behind it, but there's so much information out there that you guys can be doing research on. There are plenty of books, no problem. But I suppose a lot of the questions that people have is like, why? Like, what is the purpose behind cryptocurrency? And for me, it's a really, really simple answer. It's evolution. Humanity is evolving, technology is advancing, and by default, humans are going to create solutions to problems, which is why Bitcoin was so revolutionary, because it was actively created and released after the 2008 crash, almost like a solution to these very problems that created the crash in the first place. But I mean, we've seen the evolution of money over hundreds and hundreds of years, so naturally this was going to happen. There was going to be a system created in order to keep up with the advances in technology. But other than that, as a very basic purpose or use case for cryptocurrency, it means that we have cheaper transaction fees, less waiting times when it comes to exchanging money or transferring money, and you also have more control over your money as well. You now for the first time have direct access to all of your money, okay? So please believe when we keep our money in the banks, 90% of it is not even there. Legally, banks can actually take money from your account and they only have to leave in a minimum of 10%. I believe, don't quote me on that. The banks then use your money and day trade it and give it to other banks and divide it again and again and again. So much so that your money is out there in the ether and you just have absolutely no access to it. This is why when you want to withdraw a large amount of money from your account, you have to wait 3 to 5 business days. Because your money is not there. Now, for the first time ever, you can keep your money on your phone, on your ledger, on your exchange, and you have access to it every single day, whenever you want. That's what's so revolutionary about it. And there's then no limit as to how much you can transfer because everything is encrypted and is direct to the person who is receiving. So there's going to come a time, actually there already is. One of our teachers who teaches us in IM Academy, he was the first ever person to buy luxury real estate with Bitcoin, purely through that transaction process. And I think it's so beautiful, which is why me personally, I'm trying to build up enough Ethereum as possible so that I will be able to buy my next property or a property in the future purely through the Ethereum network. It is going to happen. There is no question about it. So when it comes to actually holding and storing your crypto, there are loads of different places and things that you can use. What do I use to hold my cryptocurrency? Quite a few. I'm with quite a few exchanges. And maybe one day I'll do like a comparison video of all the different exchanges that I use and I have and, why they're best suited to some different things. Like this, again, is a really important part of the research process. And this is just like a whole rabbit hole that I could talk about for ages, but I want to kind of make this video as concise and as useful for the newbies as possible. But if you do want to check out some of the exchanges and the places where I buy and hold my crypto, do check out the links in the description box down below so you can go and check them out, have a look around and see which ones grab your fancy the most. To be fair, the newest one that I did jump onto recently is crypto.com. Oh my god. And I don't know why I slept on crypto.com so much. It never really crossed my path. Now that a lot of other people within my communities are using crypto.com, I was like, okay, let me check this out. And I am in love. Wait, hang on. BRB guys, something really exciting came in the post. Here we go. I have my very first crypto.com card. So pretty. And obviously you guys will know that this is the baby card. There's no rewards on this one. But I have loved storing some of my cryptocurrency on here because now you can actually pay for stuff anywhere. So long as anywhere in the world except Visa, you can use your crypto.com card to pay directly with your cryptocurrency. And I freaking love it. They have a great website, a great app, everything's super easy to navigate. So even if you're fresh newbie, it's not really going to be that scary. And you can also make an amazing amount of interest if you do their staking incentive, which I definitely plan on doing. As you can see, this is the baby card. So this has like the most, there's like zero benefits. You get free ATM withdrawals up to think like $400. I'm lucky this isn't an ad. This genuinely is not an ad. This is me just being a very avid fan. That's why not all the information might be correct. So go do your own research, everybody. I'm only human. But I do know that you get 1% returns on every transaction that you do with their own token, which is CRO. So with CRO, you also get rewarded by doing transactions with it and or staking. And essentially you have to think of staking as like an ISA at the bank, okay? So you put in a certain amount of money and then you agree to hold that amount of money for a particular period of time depending on the contract that you are establishing with that institution, which means you get hella perks and you get the coloured cards. And please believe I'm also saving up to be able to stake $30,000 worth of CRO purely because I want the pink card. I don't want the black card. I don't want the silver card. I don't want the ruby card. I'm really girly and I want the pink card. So I will stake 30k when I have 30k to put into CRO. I mean, priorities. I just want the pink card, okay? I'll let you guys know how I get on with that process. But you tell me, when shall I aim to have 30k to just put into staking? I always give myself August. No, let's say June. That's like 6 months. Let's see if we can do that by June. This is like a little group task together. Aww. So if you think about like having an ISA at the bank, you get what? Like nothing is guaranteed, but you also get like the tiniest amount, like 0.1% or 1% per annum, something ridiculous like that. I don't know. So it's like that, but better because you get, for example, 14% per annum, depending on, you know, the infrastructure or the smart contract that's in place for the staking. They kind of vary. I mean, there are so many different ones that you can do. Crypto.com is not the only one. There are so many different kind of initiatives and incentives that you can get involved with. Again, it's just about doing your research. Maybe I should do a video on different staking opportunities. See, guys, rabbit hole. But if you guys do want to check out Crypto.com and start exploring staking or just buying stuff with your crypto, feel free to use the link in the description box below for Crypto.com. Obviously, it's an affiliate link, so I'll get a little bonus, you'll get a little bonus, and if you share it with your mum and your nan, you'll get more bonuses. We love perks at the end of the day. And this is a very good point because when was the last time your bank gave you a perk for referring a friend? I think not. Also, guys, please feel free. If you use any of my links or anything like that, please do jump into the Discord group that I have. I love engaging with the people who actively engage with me and my stuff. So jump into the Discord, we can hang out. And also I like to jump on randomly onto the audio channel and just do like live DJ sets for absolutely no reason. So keep an eye out for that. So I guess that's kind of the reason why cryptocurrency is great and why it's out there at the moment and, you know, how it's being used. But I suppose the reason why I'm actively involved with it is because I just love it. And I know there's a lot of hype about why we should use it, but I just love the entire concept of how crypto came about and why it's important and why it should be used. Because first of all, fuck governments. Lol joke, I'm just kidding. Please don't come for me. But cryptocurrency does get rid of a lot of the middleman and third-party transaction fees, waiting times, and, you know, all of those kind of like nitty-gritty things that really just don't need to be there. And they end up benefiting the pockets of the people higher up in these like kind of giant conglomerate pyramid systems that we don't even get to see as the little people. We get to be very much kind of engaging with each other on the ground level. Like, here you go. Thank you. It gives us more power, more control over our assets. We get more security. You know, no one can interfere with the transactions that we have with each other. And I'm just so invested in this technology, which is again why I think people get a bit confused, because when they say that they're buying cryptocurrency or they're buying coins and whatever, they actually think that they're buying coins, like digital gold coins. But actually, it's very much not the case. You have to think of it like you are investing in tech companies. These are tech projects. And in the same way, like angel investing, you can put your money into so many startups and projects and companies, and 90% of them liquidate, and one of them just so happens to be Facebook. It's very, very much the same thing. So again, you have to think of this like any part of investing. Anything that you put your money into, you should just be happy to not see again or not see for a very, very long time. Does that make sense? Anything to do with cryptocurrency or any form of investing, including day trading, should be money that you are comfortably happy to let go, to release in order to get more. Does that make sense? So I always, again, this is another video I should do, how to organize and distribute your income so that you always have a percentage for investing. So kind of like a budgeting plan. You guys are really racking up my video list today. And I love that things like Meta has literally just been released, like 3 weeks ago. And that's so exciting. You guys know me. I cannot wait to just upload my consciousness to the cloud. I need to get the Oculus VR headset because I want to do like live trading sessions in the VR space and like all that sort of stuff. There's so much fun to be had. And by all of these advances with AI, VR, AR, they are all going to be using cryptocurrency cryptocurrency as a means of engaging and transacting with each other and, you know, providing value within those spaces. I know everyone thinks this is very Black Mirror, but this is happening. So you're better off being in the know, getting ahead of the game so that you feel total clarity and less tech anxiety. Does that make sense? And I just think this is like a huge game, and it's very, very exciting. I think the less you care about it, the more accessible it feels. If you put too much weight on all of this stuff, it can get very, very like meta, feeling like we're in the Matrix, or like nothing exists and nothing is real. But unfortunately, that is the life that we're in now. So may as well just enjoy. And also, you can earn from crypto. That's another reason why I absolutely love it, because I like cash flow. So, you know, you can do long-term position holding, which of course I do. You can do day trading, which is one of the main things that I do. So do I day trade cryptocurrency? Mostly on the weekends. I prefer to day trade currency pairs, fiat currencies during the week because they've got, you know, very regular momentum. And then I day trade crypto on the weekends just because it's fun. And I'm clearly sad. You can also do mining. So there are people out there, companies out there, you know, large companies as well that do mining. So that can include, you know, having huge mining farms, lots of computers. And that's kind of the reason for a lot of the whole eco-friendliness of cryptocurrency. That's still being kind of discussed about, and, you know, new narratives are kind of being established amongst the crypto whales, should I say. They're kind of talking about how to make things a bit more eco-friendly, or things that are a little bit more accessible and are given directly to the people. So, you know, you can have internet hubs, you can do, you know, play to earn online gaming where you are also mining. All of these things are being innovated literally as we speak. And I just think every tech project is so, so exciting. And I love it all. I love it all. I love gaming. I love just everything to do with this whole system. I just think it's so, so entrancing. And I've just always been a bit of a tech nerd, really. So this is all very much up my street, alongside being an arty-farty dancer. There we go. So that's kind of it in terms of everything that I have to say for today on cryptocurrency. But I think we've kind of established some more videos that I can be doing for you guys, and I'll try and roll those out as much as possible. You know, we've got the TikTok, we've got the Instagram, which I've currently done like a whole branding update on the Instagram, and I think it's really pretty. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on it. You guys know I love your feedback, and every question that I see on the YouTube comments, I always try and get back to you guys because I love ya. Let me know what more you would like to see. I'm always here in my studio. If I'm not in the dance studio, I'm here in this studio creating all kinds of stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, but otherwise I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Listen to your heart, mirror the reflection